the big story the past 7 days has been about Huw Edwards and the improper conduct, the allegations of improper conduct. Now, some of the heat has, I suppose, some of the heat has been taken away with all this. There's other stories out there, allegations when it comes to Dan Wootton, the GBU's host. But with the stuff with Huw Edwards, I mean, there's people are. I'm noticing now that people are kind of split on this. You've got many people that are saying, well, it's very dodgy. It's, okay, it might not be all, it might have not been illegal, anything that he did, but then that's still debatable. But what happened? The Sun was right to report it, and basically with the stuff with him now in hospital for deep depression, severe depression, mental health issues. It's no sympathy. He's playing the mental health card. He brought this on himself, and then you have the other people, many people probably on the left, are rushing to the defense of Huw Edwards, and they're saying, "Oh, he didn't do anything illegal." All these mean people who are coming from. So you got the people that, and then just people quite simply that are in, work in the media, and maybe they've for the most part got along with Huw Edwards over the years, so they're going to try and have his back. But then again, many people point out if that's somebody on the right, if that's like a GBU's presenter, and he's been exposed doing things like that, they're all gunning for him. And you could use Dan Wootton as an example on that. But I've got my own take on Dan Wootton, and I plan on doing I plan on doing a video on Dan Wootton very soon, though, very shortly. But I uploaded a video yesterday about, and it was to do with the writer Charlie Brooker, and he had, I said, he predicted the Huw Edwards scandal back in 2006 with the joke about something about, oh, we're so desensitized to nudge wink sexual imagery. Funny how he's saying that in 2006. See how things bad are now with your Sam Smiths of the world and people like that. But he was saying about to do with being the nudge wink sexual imagery, that we wouldn't be surprised if Huw Edwards was to have gotten his arse out on the news. And funnily enough, a year before, on the BBC sitcom The Thick of It, you see here the character Malcolm Tucker, who was played by the actor Peter Capaldi, the Scottish actor Peter Capaldi, on the show The Thick of It. And so Malcolm Tucker, the character, he is the director of communications for his party in both government and the opposition as well. So this character is basically very much kind of like, very similar. It was based on Alistair Campbell, the guy who when Tony Blair was Prime Minister, he was kind of like known as like the spin doctor, if you will. And the Peter Capaldi's character made this comment and name drops Huw Edwards in this, and so he says this guy's a very temperamental guy. He's really got a temper. He's always shouting and ranting and swearing at someone, and he's on the phone with someone, and he says, "No, I don't think they will run with it because it's libelous. That's just as libelous as the Huw Edwards rumour." And this was back in 2005. So this, to me, comes to my point of, I was kind of kidding around about predictive programming yesterday. But to me, though, when they're dropping him in like that, the name, I mean, you could just say, well, because, Huw Edwards is a very prominent figure, so, figure we'll just name drop him in, and it's just a little humorous little kind of thing, and there's nothing to it, right, basically. But I get the feeling that because this is like this, basically this, the comment made in The Thick of It, and then the thing that Charlie Brooker did in Screen Wipe, they're only 1 year apart. You could put that down to a coincidence, or you could put it down to that the people who make these programs, the people in that world, in that television media bubble, they knew exactly what Huw Edwards was like. They knew what his true nature, his true character was like. There's allegations there when it comes to harassment of staff on the BBC, and more stuff there with improper conduct and all of the different allegations when you're talking to somebody as young as 17. There's people young there as 20, and this is a guy. This is a married man, and he was caught in a dating app. And it's amazing how all the people that are rushing to defend Hugh Edwards overlook all these little things, right? But you see how they try and control the narrative, and they just rush out to defend him, and you know, okay, you don't want to necessarily, you might want to be a bit empathetic and not have the knives out on someone, so to speak. But at the same time, I always feel like, look, if someone you know that you like and you maybe pally with once, if they've done something real wrong and they've done something bad and it's fucked up, you don't have to come out and condemn them. But if you're not gonna, if you're basically, you should just keep quiet though. Is what I'm saying. Don't try and go out your way to have their back, because you're just it's going to end up coming off. Someone's going to call you out for being a hypocrite. People who use their minds, or it won't sit well with people who use their minds. I'm not being all high and mighty, but I can see the hypocrisy for what it really is. But that's my take on it is that people use something, and it was a little kind of like ha ha in joke. A lot of these things on TV shows, that's what they do. They do things like that on Family Guy. They do that on Family Guy all the time, do they? About things. And these people that are doing these shows, and the guy, Seth MacFarlane, the creator, these people are in the know, right? They were in the know about the whole Bruce Jenner wanting to be Caitlyn Jenner. That was probably that he was wanting to be a woman. I imagine that was probably an open secret in that world, Hollywood, but then was it an open secret in the television world with Huw Edwards? That's a question. That's as I suppose you could call the $1 million question. Has a lot more stuff been going on with Huw Edwards? There could be stuff out there, allegations when it comes back to the 1990s, the noise. Some might even find out some one or two from the late 80s. Who knows? But he seems to be, though, it's the heat on Edwards isn't like the heat on Philip Schofield. It's not quite the same. There was potential grooming allegations there with Schofield, and maybe who knows? We might hear a bit more about that soon. But I don't know, though. I still feel there might still be a few more allegations in some news stories to come with this with Hugh Edwards. I don't think it's going to go away just yet, but who knows though? With all the stuff with Dan Wooten though, and that's something I'm going to get into probably tomorrow. That might take away the focus off the big story with all the Hugh Edwards scandal. But yeah, overall, those are my thoughts on all that, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment. Let me know. Give me your take. Let me know if you think of people in the industry. They, like everybody, almost everybody. That's what he was really like. Hugh Edwards. Give me your take. Leave me a comment. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, cool. So that's me, guys. Take care.